Enki loves women though loving sex and its pleasures. He always takes into account the sentiments, the feelings, and opinions of his wives. I know that this divine polygamy, which is commonplace, may shock, but it must be understood in a context of immortality. The goddesses have exactly the same rights as the gods, the same attributes and the same functions. For Enki, as he often says, there is nothing more beautiful than a woman, whether human or Anunnaki. It is enough to consider the power of Lilith, Isis, Sekhmet, Bastet, Artemis, Hathor, Selket, Maat, Tueris, among others, and their glorification to grasp the respect, the admiration, and the love given to the feminine sex by Enki and all his legions. It is the emasculated Anu who spread his fury on earth against the females. Because of him, the woman became sinful, incarnation of sin, fatal to man, lowered to the state of docile servant, slave, submissive, in the name of God. Women have a great role to play, decisive for the future of our planet. Ladies, stop believing that you are worthless, domesticated, or dependent on husbands and bosses. We are goddesses to be proud, powerful, capable of the same things that men, and even better, because we have, by birthright, intuition, receptivity, and sensitivity to all things. And courage, too. These are the women who give birth. Men would be incapable. Identify with our great goddesses, women all around the world, and realize that tomorrow you can become like them. This gives me the idea to write a post only about our goddesses. Believe me, you will be surprised by their numerous capabilities. The colors of Enki are royal blue, red, and black. Personally, I have always seen him dressed in white. The gods dress as they want. There is no fashion as such. Each chooses according to his and her tastes, his and her choices, and his and her past lives too. For example, the goddess Bastet often appears dressed as in Egypt, with a lot of Egyptian Mao and other breeds of cats. Enki often appears in long white dress or dressed as warrior. Here are some keywords for Enki's colors, although as creator god, all colors are his. Black absorbs, calms, moderates, induces new beginnings, the knowledge of hidden things, the container of light, endurance, patience, and self-control. Black protects, raises, concentrates, feeds the consciousness. With red, it commanded the first chakra, Muladhara, and is directly linked to the earth element. But above all, black evokes the Akasha, very, very dark indigo. Enki says that black is the color of mental silence, voidness of meditation, when the thoughts are silent and a deep peace settles. Realize that for sleep and rest, we turned off the light. Black is the state of absolute concentration in all areas. This is why it contains the light. It's this black that is originally called darkness, and of which the meaning was corrupted and turned into evil. God Enlil always says, the light is the exteriorization of darkness. Certainly the association of darkness with evil via the Bible is, in my opinion, directly linked to first chakra, where are the genital organs, the anus, of course disgusting things for the Christians and their Anu. This is the reason for the late association of Saturn with Muladhara. Saturn is the new name decreed by Anu, if I may say, of Shani, the ancient sun. Anu is a powerful god even if he has no compassion, and he never lost his head when it was about sealing our chakras. By associating in the traditions that were outrageously and perniciously corrupted and falsified by him, Saturn to the chakra of survival, of desire and of the physical needs, food, drink, sleep, making love. He was sure to control the secret aspirations of the human being, fantasies, and her relation to sex. Today, the result that everyone can notice because it explodes before our eyes is that humanity has severe sex troubles. In all respects and regardless of how we live, loneliness, frigidity, phobias, impotence, perversion, pedophilia, rape, woman as sex object, emasculated man. In short, very few people today can claim to have a harmonious relationship with sexuality, devoid of any severe trauma. It is enough to see how France and the French people, country of culture, have reacted to the Strauss-Kahn case. Abuse of a servant, victim, of course, venal put-up job, sordid jokes. In short, the rape of a chambermaid, furthermore black, makes laugh in many homes. And at the end of the day, a lot of French people do not see exactly where the problem is. Pfft, women, all of them are sluts who make pay the men. Here is Anu's mark. The lack of respect for women is the result of more than 2,000 years of Christianity, other Jehovahism and Islam, and about the last one, no comment in my opinion. I can see the behavior of men towards me via the emails. Filthy, childish, unhealthy, those worthy of interest are rare. Damn, where are the men? Blue. It is about the royal blue, precisely the blue of the peacock's neck, of which I will briefly discuss below. Blue is rightly associated with the spiritual, psychic, and occult abilities of which it rewards the student. Blue is, above all, the color of the race of Enki. This blue that Enki likes so much is the blue of the sea, but also of the living memories. Peace, wisdom, truth, expansion, abundance, inspiration, serenity, sincerity, loyalty, knowledge, and harmony are all synonyms, if I may say, of this sacred color. That's why the so-called Divine Mother of the Christians hijacks the blue coat. Always a falsified and corrupted copy-paste. In truth, the blue color dressed the outfits of kings and nourishes Atlantis as Egypt with all its power. Associated with the gold color, the most powerful of all color goddess, blue becomes the walking towards the gods, the perfect celestial staircase. The aura of Enki is deeply golden. His energy is power in all things, power of creation, power of love, power of gift, power of teaching, etc. The royal blue is the color of Jupiter, which regulates the seventh chakra. Although this chakra is under the purple color at the moment, I will discuss these attributions of colors in another post. Nevertheless, the seventh chakra is granting of the jubilant fulfillment. When this chakra is fully open, it evokes the headdress of the gods, thousand-petaled lotus sparkling with light. Red is also the color of the first chakra. It is especially the color of the seventh when the chakras reverse, when the triangles invert. I will come back on this specific point. Consequently, red is the passion of life at its highest point, the rise of consciousness at its most intense level, because it represents the divine jubilation in the process of creation, of engendering, of doing. That's why red is a color of great protection, taken in that sense by the feng shui. The red color of the warrior in battle is really the power of life, because life is a battle, a constant battle to multiply, to grow, to assert oneself, to change. Another strong aspect of red is the desire, the burning desire. Without the desire of Enki for women, the human race would never have existed. I speak here of the sapiens. Desire is the dynamic of any action, of any beginning, of any progress in any field, not just sexual. Look at the filthy mark of the enemy in Tibetan Buddhism today, deeply corrupted and misguided by Anu and his henchmen. Indeed, before, when Marduk renamed Mura, contraction of Aim and R, taught the authentic Tibetan Bon, the yoga of warrior constant self-transcendence, they were unbeatable, deeply rooted in their truth. Today, not only because of their grotesque pacifism, they got the exile and the total destruction of all their temples and of their culture, but moreover, their mortiferous teaching of destruction of any desire in order to access nirvana, the death of the ego, is a total aberration, completely against nature. Just sit in the garden and just watch. You will only see the will to live, to breathe, to move, to fertilize, to grow. Life is far from being zen. The life wants to live, at all costs. And if the human beings were not so disconnected from their environment, from nature in its most noble and burning aspect, they would know since long ago who they are, where they come from, and what is right or wrong. How is it possible to lose one's consciousness to the point of thinking that life without any desire, without any taste for anything, in absolute chastity is the reality of life? This deviation, this distortion of thought, of the reality, this terrible illusion, is the message of Anu to humanity. Yes, this is what Anu pours into our minds since thousands of years. I want you submissive, poor, and suffering. Because I want you manipulable, roaming, afraid, terrified. I shall make of your souls servile things and of your body, dead things without any desire. Everything will be sin, everything will be shame. Death will be your only reality, the paradise always for tomorrow.